Famous Hollywood superstar Sylvester Stallone once said, "Going on for another round when you don't think you have it in you, that's what makes the difference." Success isn't an overnight journey. It's all about perseverance and stubbornness if you want to achieve that goal. And our guest today is a living example of just that. Victory comes when you keep on fighting and don't give up. But remember, that fight has to come straight from the heart. Hello and welcome back to another ravishing episode of the show that you've been showering with love, the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm Mandira Bedi, pumped up and ready to welcome our guest for today. Today we have someone with us who personifies the meaning of hard work. She tried and persevered for years in this industry and it had to pay one day, and so it did. 2020 became a boon for her. Please welcome the actress, writer, model, engineer and Terminator maniac, Shreya Dhanwanthary. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So 2020, would you call it a turning point in your life, in your career?
It's a very weird question. I mean,
because 2020 was a very weird year and a difficult year for a lot of people.
That's what I mean. It's a little hard for me to sort of celebrate and credit that year with everything that it's given me, considering how much of a large impact it has had on everybody else. So I mean, while you had so many people going through so much, the year was a big turning point for me. So yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword because
It's okay to acknowledge. I worked a lot during the the year myself. I started doing workouts from home for corporates. It was a life-changing year for me as well. It kind of changed the trajectory of the kind of work I do also. So you're allowed to say 2020 was good for you.
Yes, 2020 was good for me.
There you go. That's fine. So now I'm going to ask you a slightly different, non-career related question. In 2020, also, did you pick up new skills? Did you do something different? Everybody tried their hand at languages, cooking, I don't know, art, poetry. What was your thing?
So, you gave me a multi-hyphenate introduction. So, two of those hyphens or sort of professions or the slashes that come with that preceded my name when you introduced me happened during 2020. I wrote, directed and produced India's first web series during the lockdown.
India's first web series?
First.
1 minute, tell me.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, we were also up for a world record, but I think there was a little bit of a contention as to how they'd frame that. But yeah, we were the first web series completely written, produced, acted, edited, post-production, everything from start to finish in the lockdown. And we were the first people to do that.
And?
In the world, apart from one other show that I think BBC had.
First Indian.
But
that happened in 2020. How could that be?
It did. It's called A Viral Wedding. It's on Eros now.
Coming back to the interview.
Yes.
Something Adboot is about to happen shortly. When is it happening? What do you feel about it? Share as much as you are at liberty to share about it.
So I just wrapped Chup, which is Balki's film, with Sunny Deol, Dulquer Salman and Pooja Bhatt.
Okay.
And I'm shooting for Adboot, which is Sabir Khan's film, and it's with Nawazuddin Siddiqui and Rohan Mehra and Diana Penty. And the script was fantastic, and working with Sabir has actually been a dream, and our DOP is Binod Pradhan.
Wow.
I mean,
what a dream team.
Come on. Mandira, I cannot tell you how much I worship cinema. I love it. Because I didn't grow up in India, I grew up in the Middle East.
Yes.
And the only way for us to connect back home, for my dad at least, was for us to see Hindi cinema.
Yes.
And even when I was introduced to the concept of a book, because I used to ask for a story from my parents every night, and they were running out of the 2-3 stories that they knew. So they introduced me to something called a book. And then after I was devouring them with like an unending passion, then they introduced me to the concept of cinema. And I feel like that's the only magic that is there in the world. I mean, for 2 hours or whatever, even if it's 30 minutes, if it's a show, you are transported. I mean, there is where else can you imagine something that wasn't there before? A story or an emotion, something moves you. You cry, you laugh, you feel along with the people on the screen. It's magic. And the fact that I get to be a part of it and tell stories and probably help someone feel the same way that I felt when I saw a film. I can't believe it. I am so kicked. I can't believe it.
That's amazing. Every day feel blessed and grateful and excited.
Unimaginably so.
Okay, well, I know you'll be asked this in the promotions of the of Adboot umpteen times. What was it like working with someone like Nawaz? Because he's amazing. His sense of timing,
It's kind of wonderful to actually work with people who've been around for a while, in the sense that you have grown up seeing them. Yeah. Even if it's like Sunny or Pooja or Dulquer for that matter. And all of them are still, I mean, they still come to work like it's their first day.
With passion.
Yes.
And on the other side of it, and I will say this, whenever I've worked with somebody who's an amazing, like Shabana ji, for example, they also come with a certain security, which is so beautiful that they're not going to like put you down. They will only lift your performance.
Yes.
So Mumbai Diaries got a lot of love.
Yes.
And you played a reporter in that. Scam, you played a
financial journalist. Yes.
Yes, a print journalist. So what's next on the cards? Are you playing like a news anchor, a sports anchor? Have you got like any
more journalistic
offers
things?
Like that?
Yes, because I feel like I'm now the flag bearer and the bastion, heading the bastion of journalism.
Why not?
Yes, but
I say no to stuff that's come your way that's like that, or what?
This woman is incredibly sharp because I don't need to answer anything. All of her observations are absolutely spot on.
I'm just asking.
This is incredibly sharp. Yeah. Because I mean, once you do something and you're kind of known for it, you tend to get slotted in that.
Stereotyped,
And I have gotten a lot of
such offers.
A lot. Different types of journalists. But everyone trying to convince me, no, but ye to alag hai. This will be a little different. This is not like Scam. This is not like Mumbai. I'm like, I already did Mumbai Diaries, which is not like Scam. Now if I do another journalistic,
then I'm a journalist for the rest of my life.
Exactly. So I'm
not a real one, but like a screen one for sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay away from that for a while.
Good.
Unless it's like something but the fact that I got to play Sucheta Dalal is such a boon. I mean, everything. The fact that I'm sitting here and talking to you is because of Sucheta Dalal. And the fact that I followed it up with a journalist who's completely opposite to her in every way. And, people have liked it. Thank you. But
we were going to ask you this a little bit earlier, but since you bring her up, what was the experience like when you finally met her? Like the real her, the one you played.
Yeah, I'm going to look like a clown now. So, I did meet her, yes. And Prateek and Hansal were like, oh, this is so cool. You're actually going to meet the person. Unlike Harshad Mehta or the other characters that people are playing, you're the only one who's actually getting to meet the person. You can talk and ask, whatever. And we had already shot a certain portion of the show by then. And I had been building it up in my head and I was freaking out a little bit. But I was like, okay, I can still talk to this woman and, ask her and sort of gain insight. But then as the moment kept getting closer and I kept finding out, oh, she's reached the studio. Oh, okay, she's in her car. Oh, she's stepping out of the car. Oh, she's walking towards the set. Oh, okay. So it started building up to my head.
That was a lot.
A lot. I started freaking out. Oh, I can't even tell you when I met my favorite band. Okay, let's not go there. But still, when I met her, statue. I'm not kidding. Completely deaf, mute, blind, and that I couldn't move a muscle.
Oh,
all I said was like, oh, nice to meet you. That's it. And I just stood in the corner and I didn't say anything.
The one person who gets to meet the real person they are playing.
I know. I was completely useless. I was like,
I find that very hard to believe because you talk a lot. Like, I mean that in a good way.
Everybody's smiling here, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean that in a good... I find it hard that you could be tongue-tied.
Yeah, everybody on set who knew me also were a little surprised, but I couldn't. I'm like, she's a Padma Shri award-winning journalist. Yes. What the hell do I have to say in front of this woman? Anything I say is going to sound foolish. I can't believe she thinks I'm going to play. Oh my God, I hope she doesn't hate me. And it was just like, nice to meet you. Very nice. And I was like, I'm like, completely like flabbergasted. I couldn't say a single thing.
You basically overthunk yourself into silence.
Overthunk the crap out of everything. Yeah. Froze.
So we're up and about with Shreya and we have a lot more in store for you. It's time for a short break, after which we are going to scratch on the surface of our love life just a little bit, only on the Love, Laugh, Live show. It's called Love, Laugh, Live show, bhai.
I can do 2 of those.
We'll be right back.
There's not a person I cannot have like a conversation
Not a
with.
thing that you cannot have a conversation
Not a thing.
with also.
Living, not living.
I love that about you. I have to tell you. Welcome back everyone to the Love, Laugh, Live show, where I'm sitting here with the delightful Shreya, all ready to explore the world of her love life.
Oh dear.
See, love, laugh, live.
Yeah. Like I said, I can do 2 of those things.
Yes. Which only 2.
Yeah.
That means you can't do what we're going to be talking about right now.
It's going to be a hilariously short, funny segment.
No, we have enough questions, so it won't be that short.
Sure.
So when we talk about your talk about love, is there anyone in particular that we are discussing or will be discussing or talking about or thinking about?
Happily, no. No, it's, I am, this is a term that I've recently come to coin myself, if I may. I'm deliciously single.
Yeah, deliciously single. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good way to look at life and look at things. You've got too much to do.
Oh, too many. Okay, I have a joke to say. I don't want to say
Say it.
I have too many people to do.
Nice, correct.
Things
Who wants to settle down right now? Not you.
Oh,
okay. You've gone on record saying that when you do settle down, that you're not going to date somebody from the business, from entertainment, from Bollywood.
I have said
right?
that, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of regretting it now because you're going, I have said that.
Yes, no, it's not that. It's a logistical issue I'm finding. Because where do I meet people? Now I'm only going to like sets and studios and events and functions where I'm only interacting with people from our business. So I feel like if I stick to this particular statement, it'll be a logistical nightmare for me.
Yes,
to find
it will
someone.
be. And also, you know,
I'm going to be open.
You've heard this term, right? Never say never.
That is what I'm going to say. Never
say never. So you said this. It's okay. You're allowed to change your mind.
Yes. That'll be happening multiple times, I feel.
And nothing is cast in stone. You know that.
Yes.
Now, I understand you've also gone on record saying...
Oh my God, what have I said in my life?
You said lots of things.
I've said lots of things.
You talk a lot, right? You know that. You're never going to date a guy that your parents don't like.
Okay, see, now that's not true. I know my parents have disliked some people I have been with.
And you've not... Oh, and you've told them?
That... Yeah, they're cool about it. But they haven't liked some people that I've been with. But I think what I meant to say ideally is that, yes, the person I would eventually choose to be with should get along well with my family. And that is
important. You'd like that, right?
And even with the industry thing, why I think I said the earlier damning statement is because I feel like I'm so fully me in this industry to have someone else that is also paranoid and worried about the same things that bother me and just...
Maybe you can help each other out, calm each other down. You never know.
That's the nice way of looking at it. I have a feeling that maybe
it's like
happen.
Some things in common also. Sometimes when two people have a lot in common, that works. Sometimes when people are very, very different, that also works. It all depends on...
This is what I'm hoping for when I have changed my mind.
What's your track record in the past? People with things in common or people who are vastly different from you?
Ooh, I haven't thought about this. A little bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, our interests have been alike in terms of like the stuff that we watch, the stuff that we like to do. And
kind of people you are?
Yeah, fundamentally. But they've always been someone completely unrelated to the entertainment
business.
field. Completely, yeah.
What are the qualities you look for in
Say that word.
In a significant other.
Oh, okay. Nice. You changed it for me.
Yes.
How sweet. So, someone who's, I think this is something based on our conversation you would have already gauged, but someone who's genuine and true and free and just who they are and they're not afraid. I mean, again, as long as it doesn't affect someone detrimentally, but who's just unafraid to be who they are and are kind and funny. And now I'm just saying things that will never happen. So,
kind, funny, authentic, true to themselves.
Yeah.
Those are very fair. Why would it not happen?
Yeah. I feel like I'll get that in 3 different guys. To get all these 3 qualities in one guy is a bit of a...
Like you said, you've got lots to do.
Why not?
You've got lots to do.
Girls?
Yeah, why not? There's plenty to be done.
Yes.
Right?
Plenty to be done.
Plenty to be done.
I like that.
Now, are you into swiping left and swiping right? Have you?
I did do that. I can safely say I did.
How did that work out for you?
It was quite fun.
Really?
It was quite fun. Okay, again, I can hear people laughing because they're so surprised with my things that I shouldn't say. But
no,
they're lovely.
It's so nice.
No, because this was a while ago. This was, I think, 3-4 years ago. And I actually met a bunch of, not a bunch, so I'm not going to say that, sorry. I met few. Let me
listen.
Edit that.
What I like about you is you tell it like it is. You call it for what it is. You met a bunch of, sure, you did.
What she said.
Yes.
Of men who are actually quite lovely. And they were just...
And not in it for just, you know.
Yeah. But they were actually looking for relationship, and it was lovely conversation. It was genuine people looking for love. I thought that was
sweet. That is really nice.
It was quite a surprise.
No one went into the long hall with you. No one went for like a...
That's because I didn't want to go into any sort of a hall. But
long or short?
Yeah, just didn't want. But I wanted to explore the scene, so to speak, actually, just to see what's out, because I've never done that. I've never actually done the swiping.
Did you have any bad experiences, like some
crazies? No, that's what I'm saying. No. Surprisingly, I actually went in thinking
the whole bunch of people you met, no crazies?
No crazies. Really sweet, nice, kind people.
Okay. Since this particular segment is about love, one of the loves of your life, one of the loves of many people's life, and especially now we're feeling it more, is travel.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, what kind of a traveler are you? Are you one of those? You seem to me, I'm just going to go out there.
Go for it. I love it.
You seem to me like a very spontaneous traveler. So, if like a plan is made and somebody says, come on, let's buy a ticket, you go online, buy a ticket, and you're like on, yeah?
Absolutely bang on. Like I said, your observations are bang on. And if somebody tells me that there is a fascinating statue that does something, you know, and it's like 5 hours from here or whatever, I'll do it. It's everything. And if there is something to see, because people tell me, oh, it's very touristy. I'm like, main to tourist hai. Main karega touristy things. I will do that also, and I do offbeat things also.
Nice.
But it's just that if there is something to see and I'm in this place and they're wonderful people, I mean, I get along well with people. That's a skill. But there is...
You can talk to like even this guy here.
Oh, yeah. 2 or 3. For sure. For sure. There's not a person I cannot have like a conversation
with. Not a thing that you cannot have a conversation
with. Not a thing. Living, non-living,
I love that about you. I have to tell you. Okay. Now since, like I said, this is the segment of love. Terminator. Oh. Tell us about the love for Terminator. How many times have you seen? Terminator 2, right?
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, yes. I can't count. I can narrate the film from start to finish with background music. That's how many times I've seen it.
Look, I'm all fuzzy about the Terminators, but there is one Terminator where, you know, he goes down...
Terminator 2! That is what it is! It killed me!
Yeah, and he goes down in the
hand.
I cried. I cried.
I finally... I have met someone who agrees with this sentiment.
I just want to share that because I didn't know which one it is. I've seen probably only Terminator 2 then.
Because people really laugh at me when I tell them that. Yes. My parents never restricted my viewing options. They never censored or whatever. And that's not a film for a child to see. So I saw Lion King. I remember that in the theatre. And then the next film I remember seeing is Terminator 2. So I was in like first standard or something. I don't know.
Wow.
And again, the woman in the film, I mean, Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton, she is a badass. And that's my first exposure to a woman on screen. Yeah, that's the first time I saw a woman on screen, and that was her. Everything about the film, whether it's science, whether it's the VFX, whether it's the story, the limits of imagination that James Cameron has pushed to, whether it's the whether it's anything. That film is the reason why I'm here and I wanted to be an actor.
That's a very different kind of inspiration. What I've got for you over here is a rapid fire. Yeah, here goes.
Yes.
Last thing you Googled.
The definition for the word puerile.
Childish.
Yeah, immature. Yeah.
Yes. Oh. Book you're reading. Yes. It pays you to enrich your word power. Anyway, book you're reading.
Oh, I'm reading 7 Ancient Wonders by Matthew Riley. I just started it last night.
Excellent. Yeah. The show you're currently watching.
I'm watching Midnight Mass on Netflix.
Chai or coffee?
Chai.
Early riser or late bird?
As much as I'm trying to be an early riser, I'm a late bird, owl, whatever.
I think I know the answer to this one. Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Yes. Yoga or gym?
Gym.
OTT?
Yoga is too peaceful for me. Come on.
Yes,
that's
you're too
happening.
hectic for that.
That's not happening.
No.
Yeah.
OTT or theatre?
Theatre.
Something you cannot live without?
My family.
Very well done on that rapid fire.
Oh my God,
Great
wasn't it
job.
rapid?
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. In fact, I could feel like a throbbing and a thumping.
A little bit of fire.
Yes,
in the rapidity.
Absolutely, absolutely. The love was in the air, surely, in that section, or not, because she didn't really talk about like having a love life. But never mind. There was a lot of laughter, and there's more laughter coming your way in the next segment when we talk to Shreya about her amazing experience at Antilla and much, much more after this short break on the Love, Laugh, Live show.
Is there anything that you would tell someone who has stars in their eyes and comes here to Bombay with like a bag full of dreams, right? He says, Beta, honestly, nobody has any idea what they're doing. So you might as well be happy and do what you want.
Welcome back again to another segment of the most fun show of all time, the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm here with Shreya and we're about to board the Laughter Express. Actually, we've been on it all along. Okay, so...
But before you say anything, I just want to say, doesn't she look stunning?
Yeah.
I have been ogling from the start of this episode, and the reason I've been a little tongue-tied is because she looks the way she does.
No, you can't be tongue-tied. You haven't been, but thank you.
2 seconds to appreciate this.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, that doesn't change my first question still. I'm still asking you about what happened in Antilla.
So, Abu Jani and Sandeep Khosla, who are wonderful designers, were celebrating 10 years of being in the industry, and they were releasing a book that accompanies that, and they'd called 50 top models to grace their designs that they've done over the year. I was one of the 50. So anyway, we were there, and Amitabh Bachchan was a showstopper, and I had a fantastic conversation with him, which I will... Anyway, that's digressing. But we were freezing, okay? I was in, to put it politely, not so much clothing. So we were freezing, and they have floor managers.
Yes.
Yeah. So we went up to the floor manager and we asked her, can we please
turn down the air conditioning?
Yeah, bring it up, raise the temperature, right? Like make it a little, like, can we please? She says, this is what she says, ma'am, we're very sorry, but the flowers and the marble needs the temperature to be in a certain number. And I'm like, oh,
okay then.
Thank you. And then walked back. No, but this doesn't bother me in the sense that I find it fascinating when I meet people that say and do things and live a certain way that I can't imagine.
But दूसरी बात ये है, you had a fascinating conversation with Amitabh Bachchan. What happened there?
My dad's a huge fan. And again, he's introduced me to all of Hindi cinema and all of the stuff that he's grown up with. And Amitabh Bachchan is a big part of the Hindi cinema diet, right? So I went up to him very mustering all the courage that I had. I went up and I'm like, oh, Mr. Bachchan, I'm a huge fan. I've seen all of your films. I've seen Namak Halal at least 3 times and this and that. And I was like, oh, that's so lovely. Do you aspire to be an actor yourself? I'm like, yes, I do. And that's the first time I publicly said that out to someone outside of my family.
Put it out in the universe.
Right?
And what universe you put it out to also?
Mr. Bachchan universe.
Mr. Bachchan himself.
This is the universe that I put it out to. So I'm like, yes. If I may ask you, is there anything, like if you had to give me, I mean, you don't know me from Adam, Eve, whatever. Is there anything that you would tell someone who has stars in their eyes and comes here to Bombay with like a bag full of dreams, right? And what he said stayed with me still is something that I also feel like telling people when they ask me. He says, Beta, honestly, nobody has any idea what they're doing. So you might as well be happy and do what you want. I swear, this is what he told me. And I'm like,
but you know something, if you think about it, now that you're in the business.
Yeah, it's true. Isn't
There's
it true?
no formula. There's no one can write a book on how it works or what
that
you need to do.
Work,
and
this works.
This will make you a success and this won't.
Which is so funny. So
those are very wise words.
Yeah, and look at the irony of the situation, because people with the most experience will tell you that there is no one way to do it. But it's also people who give you advice who always say, listen, I've been in the business for so long. This is what you should do. This is how it should be done. Which is, it's fascinating for me to meet people who say and think and live life so differently. It's always I enjoy talking to people who are different.
That's a very, very wise piece of advice. You kept that in, like, you've kept that at the back of your mind at all times.
That time I wasn't paying attention because I was like, theek hai. Thank you, because I was so fascinated. And then after that, I'm like, baat to hai.
Baat to bahut sahi hai. Now, I do believe that you have like a very what's very high up on your list of things to do is game night.
Oh, yes.
How many board games do you have? Because I believe they're spread across many cities.
They are, because my parents and my family live in different cities. So there are a bunch in Dubai where my sister stays. There's a bunch in Delhi where my sister stays. And my parents stay. My mom has a house in Hyderabad, so there's stuff in Hyderabad. And I have in Bombay as well. So I have about, now I think I have about 160.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Which ones are your favorites?
Oh, that's unimaginable. Okay, off the top of my head, there's an Egyptian mythological warfare strategy board game called Kemet. There's a one with Greek warfare called Cyclades or Cyclades.
Now, you know what you're doing now? You're showing off.
I am showing off.
Because I thought you'd say something like, I love like taboo and I love...
Yeah, I don't think modesty is one of my admirable traits.
Yeah, that I figured that out. Modesty is not one of your traits. And I love that. Because you know what? There are people who are modest because they should be modest and humble because it looks good.
That I don't know.
You don't have to do
that. I don't know. I mean, if it comes naturally to you, go.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah. And if it doesn't, self-love is a very important thing in life.
In spades, sister. Yes. In spades.
Let's go back to like old school basics. Let's play some Pictionary.
Oh, shit.
See, have you seen the setup and all over here for you?
Very fancy. Very fancy.
We're very fancy.
Go for it?
Yes.
Okay.
That looks like a racket. Tennis?
Yes! I was going to go for the net. I was going to do like a person.
Very nice.
Which is like, again...
Now, my turn.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Go for it.
Yes.
Stock market. Stock market. Oh, more stock?
No.
Market. Okay. Share market.
Yes! Not bad.
Not bad.
Your turn.
Huh. Okay.
Thought bubble?
No.
Is that a skipping rope?
Yes, it is.
Very well done. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes. Tennis shoes, sneakers. Yes. Sneakers. Whoa! Such a pretty shoe. That's a pretty shoe.
Your turn. I know what you're trying to draw.
Yeah.
But you know something? If you're trying to draw a coconut tree, draw some coconuts also.
See, that's what I was going for over here, but then it looked wrong.
No, it's fine. Thank you. Coconut tree.
No, it's not.
Oh, palm tree.
No,
Island. Coconuts. Beach.
Yes.
Oh,
beach.
Nice.
Beach.
So it's not tree. Good.
It's not tree. That's why I didn't cheat. It's not a tree, but tree is there.
A nice one.
A spreadsheet?
Wait,
abacus?
I have a lot of time.
Oh, okay.
Because the moment I draw one thing, you'll know exactly what it is.
Snakes and ladders! Yes!
See, this is called detail.
That is.
So we both did well. Like I said, there's no prize in this one.
It's okay, we'll
because it was a kind of a tie.
Pride and joy.
Yeah. Okay, that was fun. But there's more to come. And Shreya, since you know, how many languages do you know?
I can speak 4, 5 and a half.
So I
can read 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, in the 4, 5 and a half that you can speak, why don't you throw to a break and say, we'll see you on the other side of the break. Or you say, it's time for a break and see you soon. Stay tuned. Something like that.
Okay, I can just say see you soon in French.
Okay.
Okay. A bientôt.
We'll be right back. Have you ever gotten into trouble for being honest or calling a spade a spade.
Really?
Yes. But I want to know when and how many times.
Oh, all the time. I feel like I'm going to get into trouble after this one airs, for sure.
No, you won't. Not at all. Welcome back to the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm here with Shreya and we're having a lot of fun. And the fun is to be continued. So, Shreya, let's make the pool dirty for them. Do these words mean anything to you?
Yes. So, commune...
That doesn't sound right.
It isn't. That it's supposed to be, it's a very shitty thing for...
Like really shitty?
Yeah. Like, in the sense that... we used to stay in a compound that was filled with expatriates from we were the only Indian family on the compound. And commune is this wonderful sort of community for poets and writers. And they wanted me to share a story. And this one particular incident was something that was a defining sort of a situation. And we used to get bullied a lot because of our skin color and the way we looked. And there were a lot of British kids there. I used to love swimming, but every time I came to the pool, they would make nasty comments and heckle me basically until I stopped. My sister didn't know any of this, but on her birthday, because we can't, like I said, say the word no to her, she wanted to spend some time in the pool and I'd been avoiding it. Then she'd gone there and these kids again had come around and they were making their nasty comments and saying, oh look, they're dirtying their pool again with their color. We can't stay, we have to sterilize it and then come back and maybe God knows what cooties they have on them or whatever. And I am dying inside and I was a shy kid. So I'm retreating and I'm trying to exit the pool. And my sister had already gotten out of the pool and she wanted to cannonball dive into the pool. It's like, oh, whatever, let's make the pool dirtier for them. And she jumped and cannonball dived into the pool and made a big splash so that the water fell on these kids. And the kids didn't know what, and I don't know, that small act of defiance sort of gave me courage.
Have to give them back. Yeah. That's lovely. Well done. Okay, so there's also an incident in your life that involves Bumi Pednekar, Vani Kapoor and Shanu Sharma.
Yeah. So I was in Delhi when I was modeling and I desperately wanted to be in films and I didn't know how. I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't even know what to Google or whom to ask or speak to. So there was an audition that Yash Raj was doing. At the time, they were looking for a new girl for Dhoom 3 at that point. So Bhumi was working with Shanu and she had come to Delhi to audition potential people who would be a good fit. I was one of the people and she loved my audition. She's like, listen, you have to come to Bombay and meet Shanu. This is like, we think you're incredible and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is heartening. It's a little bit of an encouragement. So I flew down to Bombay just for the day. I had braces at the time. It was just me and one other girl. Her name was Vani Kapoor. And we were auditioning for Shanu. And Shanu's like, and I auditioned. And Shanu says, listen, Bhumi's right. You're actually fantastic, but I can't put you on tape with braces. So once this day come off and once you actually decide to take this seriously, come see me in Bombay. So actually that was the reason why I decided to finally
take your braces off.
That and finally move to Bombay. Yeah.
Nice.
So Shanu,
wow, that's so heartening.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely story.
Yeah, it is a lovely story.
And then did you work with them after
I did Ladies' Room with them, which was one of their first web series. It was one of the only web series to be featured in IndieWire at the time. So that was a big deal. But yeah, I was with Yash Raj for a while and then, the usual circuit of no's until 2020.
So you seem like someone who really tells it like it is. This is what I've gathered in this lovely conversation we've been having. Honest, no, I mean it in a really good way. Honesty is the best policy. You say that. Have you ever gotten into trouble for being honest or calling a spade a spade?
Really?
Yes. But I want to know when and how many times.
Oh, all the time. I feel like I'm going to get into trouble after this one airs, for sure.
No, you won't. Not at all.
No, a lot of times. But I feel like it's still okay because it was the truth. I don't know. I feel like it's the one nice long life we have, and when we're living it, why wouldn't you live loud, love loud, and laugh loud?
That's right. Tell me something. Have you ever felt, you've talked about how it took you 10 years to get to a place that you were happy with.
Yes.
To a place that you're happy with. But have you felt like an outsider in those 10 years? Do you feel like an outsider still, not being a part of a filmy family?
All the time. But not so much of feeling like an outsider.
Do you ever feel like, oh my God, it's not fair, the opportunities?
No, not that. I feel like sometimes that this is not happening to me. More like an imposter, because I feel I feel doubtful and worried that people are going to figure out that, okay, shit, maybe I'm not as good as they think I am. They're going to throw me out because this is the one thing I love. Because even when the teaser announcement came out, right, for Chup, and it's an R. Balki film, and there's Sunny Deol, there's Dulquer Salman, there's Pooja Bhatt, and then I saw my name, I'm like, really? My name? With those people, all the people that I've grown up seeing, you know? So it's more of incredulity, if I may use that. I can't believe that I'm getting to do what I dreamed about.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be an actor, but I tell you this, I spent my 20s completely gobsmacked. Like, this is also happening to me.
Same. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It's always wide-eyed, right?
Yeah, I was wide-eyed
Starry-eyed
through my 20s. And you know, it's you're allowed to feel that, because this is not where you expect it to be, or this is not, you can't believe this is all happening to you, because I was also from a non-filmy family, and so when it happens to you, it's like somebody pinch me.
Yeah, it is.
Now, on another note, I have super specific wishes, but I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Yeah, that I do. That's true.
Yeah. So listen, as you've seen, as you've gathered in the last little while that we've talked, I'm not judgmental. No one here is judgmental. Share your super specific wishes with us. Put it out into the universe.
No, it's just more about, everything that people think that I can't or may not be suitable for. I want to be able to shatter all of those shackles. Not have anything that is sort of binding, because everything is illusory.
No limiting beliefs.
Yes, everything is illusory, everything is ephemeral. I mean, and it doesn't last long anyway. So I want to have as much fun as I can. Preferably in a lot of different genres.
Excellent. Just know this. I'm going to give you one piece of advice. I'm in my 40s, okay? Late 40s. And I'll tell you this.
Hot damn!
That one thing I have learned in this, being in this business, the bad times or the good times, if you tell yourself that this too shall pass, and you'll move into a new normal and a new space, but even the highs will pass, even the lows will pass. And as long as you know that this too shall pass, it keeps you going. Because the highs then don't go to your head.
Oh, no, I'm very
and the lows are not lasting, you know that as well.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in this beautiful mid-space, which don't let anything get to you.
Yeah. This is my hope, that I will continue to remember this. Yeah.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Please do. And on that note, we've reached the latter half of today's episode, but we have another segment with Shreya. We have the last segment to go. So we'll be back after this short break on the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. I put a wig on and tried to disguise my own hair into it. And the best compliment I ever received at that point was, you look like a female Amitabh Bachchan. Welcome back to the last link of this splendid episode of the Love, Laugh, Live show as we proceed towards the end with Shreya.
Aww.
So now you've proved your mettle as an actor and you're continuing to do better stuff, more interesting stuff, many genres. Up to now, which role do you think has molded you, or which is your most defining role as an actor?
Well, so far, Sucheta Dalal has been something that has defined the trajectory of all the things that will come. But honestly, the one that will always keep me tensed, or the one that will define me, will be the next one.
Always. That's a good way of looking at things. Now, you have long, straight hair, right?
I do.
That's your hair,
yeah,
right?
This is for you.
Oh, thank you. You're looking very glamorous.
Thank you.
But you've tried a lot of different hairstyles.
I have. I have.
Offline, we were talking about the short hair that you had.
Yes.
Which would you say your favorite hairstyle was out of all the roles you've played?
I do like the short hair. It's very non-fussy, no maintenance. It's just, I mean, it looks like you've made an effort without making an effort.
Have you ever had short hair yourself?
Yeah, I did. For Sucheta Dalal, I had to chop. I had hair up till here, which I chopped for the role till here.
Oh, it wasn't a wig?
No. That was my hair. I chopped it off.
Oh, nice.
I had hair up till here, till about there.
But you know something, I'll tell you, I'll give you a piece of advice for like, I'm somebody who's had short hair for like 12 years now.
You've had gorgeous hair. You have had like a lot of hair revolutions.
Yes, I have. But I'm just,
changes.
as long as you can keep your hair long enough in front to be able to be put into a wig, you're good. Which I've not had.
Fair, actually. Yeah,
which I've not had. Let me tell you, there have been people who
I've
come
never thought of it like that, but that's true.
If you can keep your hair really short, because there'll always be a wig that can take it.
But are you listening to this?
That's right. That's right. You can. But I've had such short hair in the past that when people said, you know, हम सोच रहे हैं कि आपके रोल के लिए थोड़े लंबे बाल होंगे. And then I put a wig on and tried to disguise my own hair into it. And the best compliment I ever received at that point was, you look like a female Amitabh Bachchan. So as you can gauge and understand from what I just said, those wigs never worked.
Yeah, they're
right. Now I've got slightly long hair that can be
managed.
That can be put into a wig. Now, your hair, because of all the styling, because of all the tonging, it must face a lot of stress. How do you keep it healthy, and what do you do to look after your hair?
So, okay, this is where I think I'm going to be a little useless to a lot of people watching this, but
I do nothing.
I feel like just don't fuss too much with your hair or your skin. Don't do too many things. Okay. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Eat clean if you can, you know. And there are some supplements, obviously, that will help with your lacking of minerals and vitamins and stuff. But that is all I do.
You don't oil it or don't do.
When mom's around, I allow her to oil it. But yeah, I do manage to do like a hair mask thing at home. As in, whatever conditioner I'm using, basically, just leave it on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That seems to work.
Nice.
Very, very simple.
Keep it simple.
Non-fuss. Yeah.
Well, to make sure that your hair shines with health and is styled with the right kind of heat, we've got a very nice product from you.
This
a gift
is
from
lovely. Thank you.
Yes, it's.
I'll touch my hair more often.
Yes, you will, and your hair is straight and it can give you some volume and bounce. And also, we have another gift for you from Carrera Sunglasses.
This is lovely.
Bringing a world of sunglasses to you. Thank you for being on the show. I have to tell you, Shreya, this last little while that we've spent together has been lovely for me.
Thank you.
Really, you're such a nice person.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
It's so nice to meet like people who are refreshingly like honest and candid and tell it like it is. And I've said this to you in the break that, you know, it's very rare you meet people like this from our business, because people are very guarded with what they say. And I like it when people don't have too many walls and defenses up. It doesn't matter what your manager is thinking or any of that. It's lovely, lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And here's wishing you lots more success and lots more wonderful things coming your way. You deserve them. You're a lovely person, and I wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you so much. Guys, I'm sitting next to Shanti. It's a big deal for me. My God, my mom's flipping out right now. But thank you.
But thank you for being here, and lots of love to you always.
Thank you. Lots of love to you.
So here we are at the end of another amazing episode. It's always great to meet such lovely personalities who prove their worth in the industry with hard work and perseverance. Much more power to Shreya. And for all of you, we're not going anywhere. We'll be back with more such inspiring stories and some of your favorite celebrities. Until then, we'd like to take your leave. This is Mandira Bedi signing off.